So yeah, I'm gonna be starting med school in a few months, and am I ready? Well, academically probably, but socially, I still kind of feel like a 13-year-old in the body of a 17-year-old who's actually 20. So yeah, I don't know. Make of that what you want. So I decided I need a plan to get ready for med school, a master plan, one that was foolproof. So after hours and hours, days and days, weeks and weeks, months and months, I devised this master plan that was just so genius. Unfortunately, I got very, very tired while trying to carry out this plan, so instead I scrapped it and decided that before med school starts to prepare, I just want to finish One Piece. Now, let me explain. Now, to explain, I need to go back in time a little bit. So I started med school in the fall, but I actually finished college last fall, which gave me this spring semester to just have a research position. Besides for that, my time is entirely free. So now at first my plan was amazing. Like I would determine all the resources I needed to succeed in med school. I would start in a second lab as well as get a head start in med school, learn how to cook, update my wardrobe, make some money, grind out the YouTube and TikTok, and make an app, which by the way is almost done. That way when med school started, everything would just be smooth sailing, the ball would be rolling. I would have finished the stuff that I didn't have that much time to actually do in med school. So now, of those things, I succeeded in a few of them. I did make some YouTube videos, I did learn how to cook, and we're almost done with the app. And I did make a short list of people I would possibly want to research with, even though I haven't actually started researching with any of them. But like academic-wise, I didn't make any progress in that front. But that's okay, because you see, for a long time, I kept thinking that the best way to spend my time before starting med school was to use it as efficiently as possible, to grind some of the things that I might not have had as much time to grind during med school. But I didn't really take into account a lot of like the toll on energy that stuff would take. Because of that, even though this gap semester was supposed to be like stress-free, restful time, I always felt like super guilty that I wasn't being productive enough and just felt kind of crappy in that sense. But afterwards, I always love going back to this one analogy, the running analogy, and that is that like a lot of people love to start out in a race going really fast, probably too fast, because they think that like later on you'll be tired, so you go faster when you start, when you still have energy, that way you don't have to go as fast later on. Just like how you might think like grinding really hard before med school, a lot of these things, right, might make med school a little bit easier. But the truth is, the people who win most of these races are the ones that are really well rested before and pace themselves well in the beginning. So afterwards I decided, sure, maybe if I take this time very lightly, I might be a bit behind where I could be on paper compared to if I grinded. But mentally I'm going to be like a lot more rested and ready to keep a steady paced grind, you know? So now I'm spending this prolonged period of time before med school, not just trying to feel as well rested as possible, no obligations to really look at any med school related things or academic related things. I'm not looking up like how to succeed in med school, because I think a lot of that stuff comes pretty quickly to you after med school starts, and with everyone talking, like it just kind of osmosis is down to you. Also, I won't have to feel like stressed about that stuff during this break. Now, academically, I've talked to a lot of people about how they approach med school, any advice they might have, what they think is important, but other than that, I don't think it's necessary to necessarily like devise an entire plan ahead of time, but just to have a general picture of what is going on is a good thing, I think. I'm also the type of guy who's like, I like to approach things as they come, but that's just my type of personality. So now, life-wise, I also found an apartment. Hopefully, I'll get some nicer clothes, make some friends. I don't know what that stuff is. Whatever for now. But the main goal is just to finish One Piece because it gives me something to do, helps me stay relaxed and well-rested, and it's not a really high-pressure thing to do, right? Now, having grown up surrounded by the entire like Asian hustle culture, it's a little hard to see all the people around me like doing as much as they can, getting master's degrees, taking on 2 or 3 research positions, looking up how to match into surgery residencies while I just sit on my ass and watch anime, because it feels like they're just like getting really ahead of me. But I've decided that it's important for me to actually take a break mentally, just give myself permission to not have to do any real work when it's not necessarily needed, and to trust in my ability to work hard and grind when hard work is needed, right? And that is med school. So I shouldn't necessarily waste that effort on grinding other things right now. I should try to be as prepared going into med school as possible. And I think, honestly, after shifting from a mindset of like how to be most productive during this break, to actually think about how I can try to come out of it as well rested as possible, as ready for med school as possible, being like fuck doing work, I'll just watch anime. It really has taken a strain off of my head. So now, that's why my only goal for now is just to finish One Piece, although that's not an easy goal either. It's like 1,000 episodes long. That way, I just have this one long anime I can watch, and I don't have to really think about anything. And hopefully by the time med school rolls around, I'll be ready to give it 100% rather than being a little bit burnt out already. Anyways, I hope if you guys take anything away from this video, it's that there's a time to grind, but there's also a time to rest. And to take real rest, not just like say you're resting. It's not necessarily being lazy to not be at 100% productivity at all times. And anyways, if you enjoyed the video, give it a like and thumbs up. We'll see you in the next one. Peace. Hey, what's up? I'm you from the future. Yo, what's up? So did I finish One Piece? I mean, sort of, but it's still going on. What episode are they on now? Let's see, it's 2050 and we're on episode 3050. I mean, do our kids like it? Nah. I guess they just don't have good taste, right? Nah, that's not it, man. We're still single.